a couple more elements, and then I'm going to decide how to do the rotation, reflection, etc. Okay, so I'm just going to square this up a little bit, about there. So I'm going to put in a Taranaki2 pattern first. I've talked about this previously, so I'm just going to put build the basic outline of it to start with. Then I'll do my colors. Then I think I'm going to do a enlargement and a rotation of that enlargement. So I'm using this because this Taranaki2 pattern represents patterns in the sky, represents stars, represents good food, ample supply of food, and those sorts of ideas. Okay, so in the middle I'm going to put and then I'm going to use the segment tool. I've already done a Taranaki2 pattern design. I just want to So now I'm going to actually do my enlargement. Actually, I'm going to do a de-enlargement. So I'm actually going to make it smaller. So I'm going to highlight that. And I'm going to try and get it to come over here. And I'm going to make it 0.5. And I'm just going to move that till, and you can see I didn't quite get everything. So I'm going to undo that. And I'm just going to make sure that I highlight everything. So I'm going to click here again. I'm going to highlight this whole, make sure I've got every little bit of it. Then I'm going to put it over here, 0.5. And I'm just going to take it over a little bit more. Okay, I'll just move that across and up, across and up. That's about where I would like it. Now that I've got that there, I'm actually going to also rotate this about a point, and I'm going to rotate it about, I'm going to put a point in the middle here, and I'm going to rotate it about that point. I'm going to just rotate it 45 degrees about that point. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to go there, rotate 45 degrees, and I've now got that shape there. I like that. I'm going to leave it there. Now I've done my rotation, my reflection, and my enlargement, and my translation. So and once I've got this done, I'm actually going to rotate those two things about a point also. So there's where I am at the moment. I'm going to just go there, take that point out. And I'm going to save it so I don't lose it. So now I'm going to put another point in the, and I should be recording all of this. So I should write down that I did my Patiki pattern. I decreased its size by a half, and then I rotated that 45 degrees around the center of that shape. And this should be on my document. And every point should be on my document. I'm now going to put a point in the middle, right there, and I'm going to highlight this whole shape here. And I'm going to rotate it 45 to 90. It'll have to be 90, I think. So again, highlight. And this should be 90 degrees. Oh yeah, it went the wrong way. So I'm going to undo that. And we'll try again. 90 degrees clockwise, I think. I want it to go over here. That's where I really want it to go. It's not quite right, so I'm going to undo that. It's going to be a reflection of those two shapes. It's going to be the best thing to do, actually. So I'm just going to, therefore, so I made this shape. I did a de-enlargement. I rotated that 45 degrees. I'm now going to take these two objects and reflect them across the mirror line. So I'll do this one first. So I'll highlight the shape, click on the mirror line. Then I'm going to do the same to this shape here and reflect it across the mirror line as well. Not quite, so I'm going to undo that. I must have had not one piece missing by the look. There we are. So now I've got the second part of my tukutuku pattern design, and as I said, I'm going to do all the coloring of the mountain piece in Photoshop. For me, you could use paint to do that. And for this video, this is where I'm going to stop once I've got this piece. Because I'm going to, but I will come back and put in the other pieces. I'm going to have the Stairway to Heaven pattern going to represent knowledge, searching for the three baskets of knowledge and climbing to the top, the pinnacle. Of course, the Patiki patterns represent the stars in the sky, predicting favourable and unfavourable weather. Also, surplus of food, bountiful food, and also taking care of your family. And those are all important things to me. I'm going to now move that across, like so. I might even now take this pattern and reduce it by a half. So if I go over here and go dilate, I might actually, I just got to be careful where I want to put it though. So let's see. I'll click that. I'll click here, and I'll go to 0.5 also. I just need to move it across a little bit. So I'll go over to the pointer, move that across to, to there. Actually, I'll just move it back a little bit. That'd be cool. Right there. I will actually now reflect that through the mirror line as well. I think I've still got the mirror line, so click on that, click it through the mirror line. So you can see that you've got to be really, really patient here. In actual fact, this whole shape did not go through the mirror line either. So if so for some reason, that whole shape, I don't know what that was all about. So I'll just reflect it again. That's better. Now I'm just going to get rid of the mirror line, and I'm going to get rid of all those points. And then this will be this piece. I think I'm going to just take little pieces of those and put them in other places. I have to figure that out yet. I can put Stairway to Heaven design going through up there. I can also put in the rib cage to represent the human element of this. Down the bottom here, I'm going to put in the bottom section, I'm going to put Tanafa pattern, and I think combine that with Stairway to Heaven pattern. But more importantly, I've done reflection, I've done translation, I've done enlargement and rotation. So I've got all those aspects covered, and now it's just a matter of making the design exactly what I want. I'll come back at a later point and put in the rest of my design. Of course, you don't need to do something this elaborate. You just have to have a design. It could be tuku only that has each of the 4 elements in it, and that's up to you. You have to do the best you can, as long as you've got one example of reflection, one example of rotation, one example of translation, and one example of enlargement. And you talk about symmetry, lines of symmetry. How many lines of symmetry, how many degrees of rotational symmetry do you have? As you can see, once you start building up your elements in GeoGebra, you really complicate things a little bit. But I'm happy with that. I might actually even pull this down to here. And I might move this piece here and that piece here. I can do that later. So I could move this 2 pieces across and 1.5 pieces up. And I should be recording every piece of this on my, but I'm happy with this. So I'm going to stop the video here for this piece.